Hi there, fellow design architects. I wanted to welcome you to the AI Midjourney Ideation Challenge, where we're on day 9, and this particular day, we explore the power of Pinterest together with prompting and Midjourney together. So don't miss this episode. This episode is jam-packed, full of golden nuggets. Let's jump into that. But before I do, I wanted to suggest that in the description below, you can join our community and partake in the challenge. It's completely free. Just click the link underneath the description. Hi there, fellow design architects. We're on day 9, and I thought it would be really cool to take a look at a cliff house, some sort of house that is perched on a cliff with a swimming pool. And we're just going to take a look at some images from Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is obviously a very powerful platform that hosts the best of the best images. So if you're looking for images, Pinterest is the place to come. And you can get some great ideas from Pinterest. So for instance, take a look at this magnificent image over here with this cantilevered swimming pool. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, you can just go and, I guess, binge all these amazing images for hours and hours on Pinterest, because it's something else. And you may find that you're absolutely inspired by something here. For instance, I don't know, this is super crazy interesting. A desert house carved in the rock. And so there are so many ways that we could, I guess, inspire this process. Let's take a look at this image over here. So this is not a cliff house, but it's super interesting as a piece of architecture. And we could use this if we wanted to as inspiration. But we're particularly looking for something that's perched on a cliff. So I guess we could go back. And the cool thing about Pinterest, and if you've never used Pinterest before, is if you do find something that you enjoy, you could use this little explore tool here. And once you click the explore tool, it allows you to select a portion of the image, and it will go and look for similar type of images in that area. So obviously we did it on this image, and you can contract this size of this particular box and hone in on just the furniture, or you could aim at the mountainscape beyond, which is absolutely incredible as well. And it will find images with that sort of genre. Or you could just look for some structural images, obviously, and you could find different iterations in that area. But let's go look for a cliff house. Let's go look for something that we have set our minds to put together. And we want to go and take a look at this cliff house. So let's go for it. And there's some marvelous images that pop up here on the right-hand side. So what happens with Pinterest is whenever you do find something, it will find similar images on the right-hand side using artificial intelligence, and it will grab some astounding imagery. Now, I'm not sure what to choose because all of it is just so seductive, but this is a pretty incredible sort of island type of home. And what we could do is we could just go and explore. And that will allow us to find similar images. Like we could go and zoom in on that area, and it's going to pop up other images that have similar genre. And you can see right now, there are some astounding images. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to maybe pick this image. I quite enjoy this house on the side of the mountain here. And we could go and save that in our folder called Pinterest. And we can go and save that. Now, that could be precedent for our image and that type of house that we may want to produce. And that is all very well. But there are also images that have a certain style to them, which we could use. Like, for instance, this image. This image is astounding. So we could also save this. It's a gorgeous image, and we could save that. And if you want to save a few different images, you can do that. For instance, this image is created by someone who's used the style, and we could go into that image just for the style. And there you'll see on the right-hand side, a whole lot of different styles pop up. And they almost look like they hand-rendered styles. They definitely have been produced by Midjourney, but maybe we would like to go and choose this style. So this could be a really cool style that we could use. So we can call this style 1. So we've got an image and we've got a style, but maybe we want to use this style. So you can save a few. We could use this as a style, right? It doesn't matter what you choose as the style, because ultimately Midjourney will interpret it for us. So you can move down here and find other styles. So we found precedent from an image point of view as well as a style point of view. I absolutely love this type of style, more of a watercolor. This really is evocative. So we can go and save that as a style. So we're going to be prompting using text, image, and style. And we're going to go and find some styles that we enjoy. If you really want to hone in on your styles, then it's a great idea just to find something that looks sketchy and then let it take you on a journey to find the final style. And when you get to a page full of images that look hand sketched, you're in the right place. So, and then you can just save these images. Take a look at this one. This is fantastic. So we could also go and use this as a mix between Antonio Gaudi, and it's obviously done with Midjourney, we can call it style, and so on and so forth. So let's move forward. Let's go back into Midjourney. Let's go and to our create prompt. Now we're going to put a prompt in here, but before we put that prompt in, we're going to go to ChatGPT. And why are we using ChatGPT? Obviously, because it's super intelligence that we're dealing with now. And we're going to go upload one of our clip houses, which is under Pinterest here. So I think I'm going to use this particular house or this particular house. Let's use this one. It's more tropical. I enjoy it. And we're just going to upload that, and we're going to ask it. We are now in ChatGPT. And if you want to use ChatGPT, just go up to the top here, type chatgpt.com. If you haven't registered, use a Gmail address and it will register you and it will give you some free credits to use it. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to say, please describe this image for a prompt in Midjourney. Now it's going to create a prompt for us, and it's going to use its artificial intelligence to describe this image. Now, that means it's going to speak about materials, vegetation, geographic location, weather, all those criteria that we need. It's super powerful, and we are going to hit this button here, and it's going to translate it for us into a text prompt. Watch what happens. So it's thinking right now. You can see it's flashing. It's just going in and interpreting it. So wow, look what it came up with. Ultra-modern luxury house, cantilevered dramatically over a steep cliff, surrounded by lush green mountains overlooking a misty lake and distant peaks, minimalist black facade with floor-to-ceiling glass, infinity pool extending into the void, warm interior lighting, cinematic atmosphere, moody overcast sky, high-end architectural photography, hyper-realistic. Now, that is awesome. But I don't want it to be hyper-realistic. I want it to be almost like an oil-based marker, like very sketchy or hand sketch. So we can just simply go and change that, but we can copy this. We don't need any sort of coding detail, but let's just go and jump back into Midjourney. And obviously my Midjourney is looking black, but you can set it to a white sort of background. And we are going to just paste the prompt in here. Now, if I hit enter now, it's going to create a high-end architectural photograph. And we can see what that does. But what I want to do is I want to take high-end architectural photography and I want to say high-end architectural rendering in a marker / water color style. That's more so my vibe. And then what I'd like to do is we can hit enter and see what it does just as a text prompt. But what I'm going to do is if you click on this add images button, then we are going to use an image prompt and a style reference. And those are the two images that we've got. So we're going to go and upload from our Pinterest folder. I guess we could use this house. This house is cool. Or we could use this house, but let's use this house because we actually described it. And we don't want it here in starting frame. If you put it in starting frame, it's going to think that you want to do an animation, but at least it uploaded it into the library. So you just want to cancel it there. And you want to drag this house into image prompt. And we're going to go upload, and we're going to go and upload. I love the style here. So let's just use that style and put it in. I'm not seeing the styles menu here. There should be a style menu. Okay, this has gone all wrong yet. Let's try this again. We've got a style reference, which we are going to pull that into. There you go, under style. And we're going to pull the building into image prompt. And now what we are going to do, we've got our textual prompt in there too. You're just going to hit this little paper airplane. And it's going to create us 4 images based on what we just asked it to create. And those images are going to be absolutely superb. Normally the first run of imagery is not exactly what the idea would want to be. So what you do is you just kind of take a look at the images, select your favorite one, and then reiterate. And these images are absolutely gorgeous already. So let's just take a look. Wow, what a house. That could win an architectural competition. And take a look at the mountains in the background with that lake and this rim float pool and this sort of cascading black cantilever with these stairs coming up from a deck or a hiking walk. Wow, into this magnificent sort of, just simplified, gorgeous architecture. So just really amazing. And just the whole atmosphere. It even looks like a watercolor. So it's just riveting to see what actually happens when one does this. And let's take a look at this one. Oh my gosh. Look at these ideas. Take a look at the watercolor effect that AI has managed to create. You can almost tangibly touch the clouds here and the valley with its reflection and little village kind of hugging the mountains there, maybe even a road. And then just this magnificent foliage that's sort of encumbering the building in its surroundings and just making it sit so beautifully on that cliff face. Wow. I don't know how far we have to go to make these just incredible, incredible. What can I say? I'm going to zoom in here. The best part for me is when I zoom in. But take a look at this as an idea for a building. It's just got so much going for it. One more. Sorry, guys. I went a little bit forward. Wow. Take a look at that, hey? It doesn't get much better than this. And the problem with Midjourney is it does, because now you're addicted. As soon as you start getting iterations like this, the addiction kicks in, because now we are going to say, all right, now which one do we prefer? Do we prefer this one? This one's quite astounding. I mean, I'm finding it very difficult to choose. I'm not so mad about the architecture on the second level yet. I think it's a little bit weak. But other than that, the image is gorgeous. And also the form here isn't as exciting as, it just feels a little bit contrived for me. But this one is sort of winning, and the first one. So for me, the first one is sort of powerful. that swimming pool is just mind blowing. And this one is really doing the trick. So let's go and iterate this one. We're going to vary this. Now, you have the option to vary it strong or very subtle. And you could also open it up. And the way you open an image up, okay, it's a vertical image right now, but you can go to edit here. And when you do edit, it allows you to open the canvas up wherever you want to open up. So I would suggest to open up towards the right, because there's probably an amazing view there. And then once you've managed to open it up to the size that you want, then you hit very strong, and it will create, I guess, 1 or 2 images in that vein. But you won't see it happen here. You'll have to either take a look here at producing them here, or you have to go back to create. So we recreated that particular shot, and now I would like to do the same thing here. Now I'll edit this, and I'll probably open it up to the left here a little bit, and then I'm going to vary this strong as well. Let's see what it produces. So it's producing this for us as well. You can move the image around before you do that. And there are presets here, 2x1, 16x9 is a mobile phone horizontal. This is a mobile phone vertically, but you could just do it manually by eye and obviously get to where you need. Let's take a look at what it produced. So obviously at the end of the day, not everything that it produces is something that you would want, but you may find that there are a whole bunch of images that just blow you away. Let's take a look at this. Super interesting. The architecture is a little bit more simplified, but absolutely gorgeous, right? Sorry guys. Oh yeah. Let me just go back there. I lost my place. So much more boxy, but space is amazing. The pool is amazing. Wow, cantilevers out quite far. Not so mad about this one. It's a little bit, I mean, as beautiful as it is as an image, it's just architecturally a little bit weak for me. This is like a Neutra house. And I guess we could have selected a type of architecture. It's very stock standard, but the swimming pools are gorgeous. This is a lot more interesting as a architectural building. A lot more. And then we've got these images, which we did in the beginning, which seem to even be better. Like, this is absolutely phenomenal. Let's just take a look at the more recent shots. I'm still preferring my first shots. Very interesting shot. This is a nice building. And then, so there are about 2 or 3 images here that I can't go backwards, but let's try and go backwards. So this one, for me, the swimming pool here and the rock, and is very interesting. So I would save this one. And let's go and choose the ones that we are enjoying. I mean, this one for me was just absolutely incredible. So maybe what I would do here is I'd edit this, right? So you could position this, and then you could vary it subtly. You just go subtle. So it will recreate the same image once again. Let's take a look. And it will just subtly recreate that particular image. Let's take a look at what it does. And then also, that first one we ever generated was really powerful. So let's go and grab this one. This was very, very powerful. I would go and also subtly upscale that. I meant to vary it subtly, but you could go and edit it, right? And you can go and subtly vary it. And let's see what comes out. So I've got a whole lot of images in production here. And as we move forward in our process, it gets more refined. Now, as soon as I've saved my favorites, right, I'm going to go and post it in the group. So I don't want to post too many because they're all really beautiful. And I think when you post too many, it just loses its impact. Let's see how this comes out. This is upscaling, which means it's coming out at a different resolution. Wow. There you go. Take a look at that resolution. Almost zoom into it. Take a look at those mountains, guys. Gosh, it's breathtaking. It really is breathtaking when you take a look at the detail that AI knows how to do. Take a look at this pool. I don't know why I'm whispering, but maybe I'm just shocked. Gosh, what a wonderful particular image. Let's take a look at the next one we upscaled. So that one we're definitely going to save. I'm going to save this one as upscale. Let's just take a look at the others. I mean, they're all great. So hard to decide. This architecture is really interesting. It even signed it with a signature. It doesn't say ChatGPT, but wow, isn't that amazing? So we've got so many amazing shots here. And the question is, how do you choose your final iteration? So what I wanted to suggest to you, and what I wanted to say, is that there is a huge amount of power at your fingertips if you're using Midjourney. And it could be the beginnings of a project for you. Even in the neighborhood, you could take a picture of the garden that you may be positioning a house in, or the site or the area that your site is in, and you can get some precedent from there, and you could use it in this way. But what I wanted to suggest is that all these images belong to the creator. So if you are using Midjourney and it belongs to you, then you're at the right place, because these will be able to go into your portfolio. They don't belong to anyone on Pinterest. They belong to you because you created them. And so all these powerful images have your signature. And that is something that mustn't be underestimated, because when you show your clients something like this, the trick is to get them to say, yes, I want you to design the rest of my building. And this definitely could take them to that space. And don't underestimate what ideas can bring to you and your business. So ideation is the first stage of the whole process. It's very important to know that obviously once we've got an idea, then we need to start designing it properly. And we need to use SketchUp, Revit, Photoshop, AI to render. So what I did is, obviously we came into our community and we're on day 9. So you just need to post it under day 9. Guys, just type ultra modern luxury house. This is my prompt that I used. And then you can just basically paste it and then just say, please comment below. So please comment below your feedback. Isn't that cool? And here we go. I hope you enjoyed that session. So if you are already in our community, congratulations for joining. But if you're seeing this on YouTube, simply click in the description below and you can join our community. It's completely free, and you can really get to grips with the architectural version of creating ideas using artificial intelligence, using Midjourney. It's extremely powerful. It can bring you a lot of business. It's completely free. So I suggest jump in to the group before our paid community kicks in a few weeks' time, and you could get access to the challenge absolutely free. This is the 9th day of the challenge. I look forward to seeing you inside. If you're seeing this on YouTube, simply click in the description below and you can join our community. It's completely free.